Hey guys, Golden Chemistry here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make tungsten trioxide. So basically what we're going to do is react pieces of tungsten metal with hydrogen peroxide. Now this is only 3%, but it does work just fine. Now this reaction does take a long time to take place, so if you have a higher purity of hydrogen peroxide, make sure to use that. So I just got the tungsten in this test tube, and I'm going to block it off with a cork. You can use any kind of container as long as it has a lid. So you don't want the hydrogen peroxide evaporating out. So I'm just going to open this up and pour it in. And you do not need that much of this stuff. Just kind of cover it fully. Now basically what we're doing here is we're oxidizing the tungsten, which is going to take a long time. So I'm going to cap this off and I'll leave it for a couple days, and eventually I've done this before. I have this over here. This is from the past that I made this, and you can see there some yellow crystals. It's hard to tell because the bottle's yellow. Um, but yeah, there's some crystals there and some very bright yellow powder. And that's how you tell it's tungsten trioxide rather than the other oxides of tungsten. They all have distinct colors. So this stuff takes a really long time to react, takes a couple of days, so I'm just going to leave it in the test tube to react, and eventually it should turn like a greenish color and then a yellow color. And once it turns yellow and you see a yellow precipitant, which is not water soluble, it'll just float at the bottom, that's when you know to take out the oxide. Alright, so now it has been 20 days and the tungsten is finally ready. Now you can see here because it's kind of got a yellow tint to it and it's very foggy in there, and that's the tungsten oxide. So also the metal becomes very dull because it basically reacts all the surface part of the tungsten. So at this point I would say the reaction is complete because if you shake it a bit you can see the particles even falling around there. So since the reaction is done now, I would take the lid off, take the metal out of there, and put it outside to evaporate. So that's pretty much the end of this video. That's how you make tungsten oxide. And really quick, I just want to explain the benefits of making tungsten oxide. So this may seem like some random chemical to make because it's just a metal oxide and it doesn't have many uses. I mean, it's not common. I bet you haven't really heard of it anywhere in like stores or anything like that. But tungsten trioxide is very useful because tungsten is such an unreactive metal that in order to make any kind of tungsten chemical, it needs to be oxidized first. So that's what I'm doing at this point, because this leads me to when I have a bunch of tungsten oxide, I'll be able to make other tungsten chemicals, which could be useful.